Hey, welcome back to HeroTalk, the mostly weekly podcast from Rooter Hero Plumbing and Air. I'm one of the hosts, David, and with me is...
Cat.
And together we're
We're
on
on
the
the
attack.
attack.
Look, almost left me hanging there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. So,
So,
how's it going?
good. How are you?
Can't complain.
It's a little fresher today.
Yes, temperature-wise.
Yeah.
Although, really, it hasn't been that bad. People are always complaining about how hot it is, and then, the only time that I experience it being really, really hot is like when I go into my car.
Well, it's because I park like a mile away.
Yeah, that
So
would
the
do it.
walk
Okay.
here is very hot.
All right. And, for the fact that, it's like 10 degrees cooler where I live than it is here. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
It's like, why are you guys complaining? It's 80. It's 100 here. Well, maybe you shouldn't be there. Ugh. Well, there are certain places where human beings should not live.
Arizona.
We love you, Arizona.
Our poor technicians out there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy heat wave, and blech.
Did you see that the cacti are falling from the heat?
I saw that. I was like, no, that's where they're supposed to be.
They're not even surviving over there.
No, I mean, it's crazy. This is a massive heat wave.
Yeah.
And record temperatures. It's okay, though.
We're not over there.
Yeah. It's alright. I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? Can't control the weather. We're not the government.
For now.
Yeah. Little harpy harp. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Today, David, we're going to talk about saying no.
No. I'm really good at it.
Are you?
No. So, saying no. In what kind of context?
I guess, like, literally saying no.
Oh,
Some
okay.
people have a hard time telling people no.
Yeah.
They just pile on a bunch of work or chores and responsibilities because they'd rather not say no.
Right. Okay.
Favors.
Yeah. Hey, can you help me move? I guess.
So, in that sense, you had another sense or version of saying no that you wanted to touch on, didn't you?
Remind me.
You had it on your notes.
Oh,
It was...
I closed that.
It was in the sense of saying no to distractions. There
saying
we go.
no to distractions.
I
Yep.
remember.
Yep. That's right.
Do you want to talk about that first?
No, let's talk about that second.
Okay. So first of all, we're going to talk about saying no, literally. The first step of saying no is understanding the importance of it. So why do you think it's important to say no, David?
Well, if you want to be productive, if you want to get all your stuff done, right? And someone comes to you with a laundry list of things that are outside of your vital functions, right? The things that you have to take care of, the things that drive you forward, and someone comes up and says, hey, can you do this unrelated thing? Yeah, you should probably say no. It's like, all it is at that point a distraction, and everything that you should be doing is getting put to the side.
So I guess they kind of intertwine.
Yeah.
Saying no to distractions and just saying no in general.
Yep.
Got it. Number 2, identify your boundaries.
This is an important one, especially early in your career, because if you don't do it then, you'll never do it, and you'll be someone's lapdog for the rest of your career.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, for most people, that lasts, 40 years plus? So, that ain't good.
Yeah. No, you definitely want to Evaluate your priorities and set boundaries and acknowledge when they're being crossed.
Mm. And this is harder to do than what it sounds like.
Oh, definitely.
Because people want to be useful, be seen as useful, right? Be seen as competent, and they want to be helpful, right? And nobody wants to say no to the boss, right? Now, there's ways of saying no without you looking like a jerk or lazy, right? But I'm sure we'll get into that. So, but yeah, no. Saying no should be like, honestly, saying no should be the default.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay. Number 3, overcoming fear and guilt.
Okay. All right.
A lot of people do feel guilty when saying no.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like this could be both personally and professionally.
Right.
Like a lot of times, for example, personally, would be saying no to hanging out with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Some friends will get offended by that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's okay to say no sometimes. It doesn't
Mhm.
mean that we're not going to be friends anymore.
Right.
It doesn't mean, oh, I don't like this person. It's just, no, sometimes you just need a day to yourself. Sometimes you
Mhm.
just need a day with your own family.
Yep.
And that's okay, and you shouldn't feel guilty about that.
No. Like, that doesn't even work in like kindergarten, right? And adults are expecting. It's like it's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
or their friendships are not that strong. And so you should be respectful of people's time, right? And respectful of people's feelings. And yeah, as an adult with adult responsibilities like a career, family, even if it's puppies, right? No, not a lot of people have a lot of time to hang out.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's like, and you should be able to be the friend that like you talk once every 6 months, and it's like there's no gap in between.
Yeah, you just fill them in.
Yeah.
Those are the best kind of friends.
Yeah. The only kind of friends.
The real ones. Number 4, effective communication techniques.
Okay.
So here on the notes, I have explore various communication styles and how to communicate assertively. Offer practical tips on how to say no, and be polite and confident.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have a tip on being polite or confident when saying no?
Yeah, and it's kind of a roundabout way. Let's say you're a chef, right?
Okay. Let the cake bake.
Yeah. Well, that would be a baker, but
Oh,
that's
true.
same. No one cares. And let's say you're an award-winning, world-class chef,
Okay.
right? And then somebody comes up to you and was like, "Hey, can you go farm?" Because it's kind of related. That's where food comes from, right?
Okay.
Right? And yeah, you're probably going to say no to that. But you might be able to point that person in the right direction of where to get a good farmer.
True.
So, yeah, you don't want to just, well, for the most part, you don't want to just say no. You want to be the person that can be like, I can't do that, but I know someone that can.
Got it.
And that way it still gets done. You don't throw it back into that person's lap, right? And you get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Which that didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to. But,
But it got
someone
the point across.
it's in their skill set as part of their vital functions.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like with that example, which is a very, very weird example, I know. But yeah, no, their wheelhouse is food, where it comes to food preparation. The other person's job or vital function is food producing.
From the seed.
Yeah, you can't go from food production, right, which is turning food into food, and expect them to know how to do food producing.
I got it.
I confused myself, but that's okay.
I understood you.
Okay. All right. Good.
You just have to be effective.
Yes.
And not be rude when you're
Right.
saying no.
Right.
You don't want to say hell no.
Right. No, you don't want to say hell no, especially if it's like, your boss.
Exactly. If it's your boss, you definitely don't want to say that.
Hey, can you do this?
Hell no. David. So yeah, definitely be polite when saying no.
Mm-hmm.
But still hold your ground. Be confident when you're saying no.
Yep.
And again, understand that it is okay to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Say number 5 is saying no at work and in like professional settings. We kind of just touched on that right now.
Yep.
Obviously, know your place. You don't want to piss off your boss when you're saying no to them. But you can say like, I can't do it, but I'll find someone who can.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, find someone who has maybe a better skill set than you.
Mm-hmm.
To delegate that work to.
Yep.
Number 6, navigate personal relationships.
Okay.
We also talked about that, when it's okay to say no to friends.
Mm-hmm.
Even family.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't want to hang out with your family, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so saying no in personal relationships, family, friends, even romantic partners. Have you ever said no to your wife?
Yep.
How does that go?
Not good.
Are you assertive? Are you very kind when you say no?
I learned not to do that again.
All right. So,
Context.
know how you say no to people.
To be fair, I said no about doing some household chore. I'm like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, no. Don't do that. Let's see. Number 7. This is a good one.
Okay.
Now, handling rejection and accepting when others say no to you.
Oh.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah. How do you handle it?
I think it depends on what they're saying no about.
Right. But let's say it was work related. It was the only person that could do it, right? You have a deadline. But they can't do it because they have their own project that's due right when yours is.
So, in that case, obviously, I would just do it myself.
Okay.
There's always that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like, a no is a no, so just do it yourself.
No
like,
is,
I
no.
mean, I don't know. I
no
think
means no. Yeah.
I think it would be like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. How would you handle it?
I'd ask for suggestions on who else can do it. And so.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then I try not to give people really, really tight deadlines.
That's true. But that's because you're a boss, so you see, like...
Yeah.
You see that point of view.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Now, how would you handle it if your wife tells you no about something? You're like, okay.
Okay. I'll do it myself. All right.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll make it work.
I got this.
Then, silently cry in the bathroom. It's fine.
All right. Don't do that.
No, I don't.
Make one of your kids do it.
One's 12. He can do it. He can take out the trash. It's fine.
He's got to learn responsibility. It's good to teach him at a young age.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to get his sleeping schedule back on track, though. School starts.
Summer.
School starts next week.
No way, really? Isn't it 2 weeks?
They start school on the 10th for some reason, which is a Thursday.
Oh
which is
God,
the
that's
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's literally next week.
Yeah.
What? Where did summer go?
Well, technically, summer's still for another, month and 20 days or so,
A month and 20 days? So
summer
50
ends.
something days?
Yeah. Summer ends, technically, on, the 21st of September? That's when fall begins.
But I will be decorating way before that.
Yeah. We have to pretend here in Southern California that we have fall. We don't. But we can pretend.
We can pretend.
Yeah. Plus orange and brown. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good color scheme. But I need to get a sleeping schedule back on track because I wake up at like 4:30, right?
For work?
Yeah. As I was going downstairs to make coffee, everything,
He's still awake.
I could hear him gaming.
No.
I was like, dude.
Go to sleep.
It's like, you either go to sleep or you're staying up until like tonight.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Which is, I can't say anything because when I was that age,
You were doing the
the
same.
same thing. And then the night, 2 nights before school started, I do an all-nighter.
Like just one last hurrah.
Yep. And just basically so I can go to sleep at my normal, what I'm going to have to be going to sleep at. So it's good.
I see the logic there.
Yeah. And an all-nighter when you're in your early teens, easy.
Yeah.
Now?
No, absolutely not.
I ain't doing that again. Longest I've ever been without sleep was 62 hours.
There's no way.
It was bad.
What were you doing for 62 hours?
Playing games.
Crazy.
For context,
Crazy.
for context, I was going through a really bad breakup in my early 20s.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
you were just distracting yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, it is what it is. But I entertained myself with Guild Wars, which still exists. I don't know if anybody plays it anymore. But it was like an online game. I played it for 62 hours almost straight.
There's worse ways to distract yourself, so that's a good outlet.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. That was like 2004-ish, I think.
Wow.
I'm not going to look it up. And so, MySpace was still a thing.
Going back to saying no.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Anything you want to add?
Let's see. So, everybody has, or should have, essential activities that they have to do. They're vital functions, as it were. And anything that falls outside of those vital functions should be declined. Now, I know in reality that's impossible. But, to the best of your abilities, you should be able to say no to anything that falls outside of your triangle. Right? To go back to the episode about my triangle, which is training, support, and culture, right? Anything that falls outside of that, I should be able to say no to without any guilt.
Work-wise.
Right, of course. You should also have a triangle or something for your personal life. Yeah. Good luck with that. But
I'm like, I want to know what your personal life triangle is.
I don't even worry about my personal life.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's just so intertwined with everything. So being able to say no is probably one of the most important skills you can develop. And then sticking to it is an even bigger skill. Because it's really, really, really easy to go back and say, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And then, what was the point of saying no in the first place? None. But like I said before, you should always have a backup for that. Be the person who has a person. Be the guy that has a guy for that. It's like, hey, can you do this? No, but I know someone that can. And they're really good at it.
Yeah, and I feel like we do that here too in the oh my god, why am I blanking? Not the call center, but
Yep.
the contact center. There we go.
Yep.
We always like say that if we can't do it, we have someone that we know can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we always offer someone like a different company.
Yeah, like if they call in for pizza, We'll give them a number for Pizza Hut.
Your number is Pizza Hut? Or your Domino's? I'm a Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut 30 years ago.
Oh.
Completely different place. When they moved away from sit-down restaurants, their pizza changed.
That's true.
Now, don't get me wrong, it's still good.
I love Pizza Hut. Did you ever have those like little jalapeno cheese potatoes? Something like that?
No.
They were called papas.
Papas.
Papas. They were so good.
Sounds like it should be from Papa John's. Papas.
That's true, because
Papa
John's.
bless.
I'm gonna look that up for you.
You gonna look that up?
Yeah.
Okay. So, why saying, while she looks that up, why saying no is important. Number one is focus and productivity. By saying no to distractions or activities outside the vital functions, you can...
They're like little hash browns, but they had little pieces of jalapenos and cheese.
That's crazy.
Oh, so good.
Must have been after my time.
There you go.
If you're watching on YouTube, you just saw a picture. Okay.
Sorry, continue. Saying no.
Yeah. So you can maintain a higher level of focus and productivity. Concentrate on essential tasks. Well, enhances them. So, resource allocation. As we all know, time and resources are limited. You only have so much time, and you only have so much stuff, right? And if you're devoting all your time to this, that, and the other, and whatever people ask you to do, you're not gonna have time
to do it all.
To do it all, let alone your vital functions. So, say no to the non-essentials. You should have a to-do list, a not-to-do list, and a delegation list.
Mm-hmm. Keep your priorities in check.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that thing you said? I think you said it last week. It was about priorities. Like you can't have more than one.
Yeah. Worst thing they ever did to the English language was pluralize priority. If everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. So,
that's it. End of podcast.
Boom.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
No, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency with values, right? So most of the time, your vital functions are aligned with your values or your company values, depending, right?
Mm.
So, and anything outside of that, not going to be good, right? Even if it's something you're good at, but if it's not one of your vital functions, you should still say no to it. Like, I can make spreadsheets like no one else, right? But I'd rather spend the time and teach someone how to do it than
so that
be
you don't have to do it anymore?
than be the go-to person for like spreadsheets that have nothing to do with my vital functions.
Mm.
It's like, hey, can you I know you're over customer experience and marketing and stuff like that, but can you make this this uniform spreadsheet for us?
No.
No. Figure it out. And so, all right. So, and then, it goes into like identifying what your non-essential functions are, right? The stuff that you can give away or just say no to and it won't make a difference, right? So, now, like what you said earlier, when you say no, be clear and respectful, right? Offer alternatives. A lot of the times, someone else can do it. Will they be able to do it as well as you? Maybe. Sometimes no. But what's better? 80% or 0%?
True.
There we go. So, or a lot of stuff can be just automated.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome to 2023.
Crazy times.
Yep. So, and then practice assertiveness. Assert.
Tiveness.
Say no. No. You have to say no.
It's a necessary skill.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be bombarded, you're going to be overwhelmed, and you're going to burn out. And then you're no good to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You know what they're going to say to you when that happens? It's not going to be sorry. It's not going to be, oh, my bad. I gave you too much stuff. It's going to be like, when can you get this done?
They're just going to find someone else to do it.
Exactly. Which is mean.
But
it's true.
It's true.
So, all right. So, this goes into other things like, one of the hardest things for new managers, new supervisors, new leaders is delegation. Mm-hmm. Now, why is it hard to delegate? Because a lot of the times, new managers, supervisors, and others have an ego. Mm-hmm. Failure to delegate is a failure to regulate the ego. Or you don't have the right people to delegate things to. If either of those are the issue, fix them and fix them now. So, next one, you could outsource things like to Fiverr. Right? Who cares? So, then batching and prioritizing. If you have to do stuff that's outside of your vital functions, you can always batch them together, get them all done at once. Good. That's the only time I would encourage multitasking is when you're batching. So,
other than that, no multitasking.
No. Single task. Why half-ass something when you can whole-ass it?
Interesting.
All right. So, saying no to non-essential activities outside of your vital functions is a critical skill for not only maintaining focus on your vital functions, it's a critical skill for achieving peak performance. So, you have to say no to things that don't matter or things that don't fall in your wheelhouse. And it's so easy to say yes. In fact, it's too easy to say yes. Because that's the default. Especially when you have a boss.
Yeah.
So.
And also, though, realize how many times you say no also. Because if you're really good at it, then other people are going to start to be good at saying no to you. Mm-hmm. And then you can't get your feelings hurt when you're starting to get the no's as well. Yeah. So just find the balance. Don't take on too much responsibility. Know when to say no.
Now, this is coming from the angle of your vital functions, right? Mm-hmm. Of your vital tasks. If you are asked to do something that falls within your vital tasks, there's honestly no reason to say no unless it's dumb. Mm-hmm. Yes, some requests are dumb. But find out what your vital tasks are, what your vital function is, and that of your team.
Yeah.
Right? You should know what everybody's vital functions are. You should know what everybody on your team is good at. Mm-hmm. If you don't, fix that. Because you need to know who to delegate things to. And if you do delegate something to someone that's their vital function and they say no, and if you're their boss, you should know what their workload is, right?
True.
Time might be for a conversation, right? But if they're overloaded, if their plate is too full, and it falls outside of their vital functions, they have every right to say no to you. Now, they should recommend another alternative, mm-hmm. right? That's just common courtesy and the respectful thing to do. But if they don't know anything about this subject, first of all, why you're trying to delegate it to them, right? That's unfair. That's cruel.
Yeah.
That's setting someone up to fail, right? But don't be mad if they say no. Because you would have said no to the same thing if the position was reversed.
And they are saying no because that's why they're asking you to do it.
Yep. So, who knows? But, anything else on this topic?
Just know when to say no.
Know when to say no. No, no, no.
And you want to talk about the fee?
No.
Alright, I'll talk about the fee.
Thank you.
If you like this video or podcast, go ahead and give us a like, go ahead and comment, share, let us know your thoughts. Is it easy or is it hard for you to say no? Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.